Oh God. Let's see if I can get that set up right. There we go. I think you can see a little bit better now. So, hi everybody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. So today's little episode that I'm doing of what's going on in the kitchen. I just think it's so fun to like pretend that I have little episodes happening right now. But anyways, I wanted to share with you guys, I've decided to kind of like whip up a bunch of stuff today. My food prep day is actually tomorrow. I like to try and get it done, do food prep on Sundays. However, I've kind of got a lot of things that I'm like experimenting with right now, with different like flavors and what's working for my body really good. And so I am today making sauerkraut, and that's like awesome for the flora in your digestive tract. You know, all fermented foods, it's doing wonders for my body right now, and I'm totally loving it. So if you're kind of not on that kick yet with fermented foods, just go ahead and give it a shot. And I would give it like a solid month. You know, other things besides, you know, sauerkrauts and things like that are, you know, the kombucha you can try, kefir water. I actually have my kefir water going right now. I have it over in its little jars here. So I ordered organic water kefir seeds. So it's like fermenting away over here, which I'm super excited about. And I think actually tomorrow will be its final 48-hour period that I needed to let it set for. So then I'll be able to drink it and not spend money buying it. So, oh God, sorry, Paul's coming. I'll have to call him back. Oops, that was Paul. Okay, so, and also I realized when I was making this that I was using the wrong blade. And I ended up kind of like more grinding up the rest of the stuff that I want to put in with my sauerkraut. So for cabbage, I've got like the white cabbage and the red cabbage here. And then I've got some carrots, some onion, some garlic. And then in addition to that, I put in a little bit of, we really like dill. So I put a little bit of dill in here. So basically the idea is, with the cabbage, it's going over here into my big crock pot. And so just so you know, you don't actually need to add like table salt, which really has no mineral nutritional value, but you can use things instead, like, you know, if you have seaweeds or kelp or dulse or some of those other seaweed family things that I don't know how to pronounce in the aisle, you can use any one of those instead as like an alternative from salt. So kind of a really good way to go there. So I have some dulse that I'm going to be using and just mixing in there instead of just using, you know, a table salt or Himalayan salt or anything like that. It's nicer just to be able to actually use, you know, a seaweed or something. So for that, when you're doing that though, you actually need to like pound the cabbage a little bit. Just to help release its natural enzymes and everything like that, help to the breakdown process. And then I'm gonna like leave it covered, and then I'm gonna leave it for like 6 to 7 days. And I don't know what 55 to 75 degrees is because obviously, that was Paul again. Because obviously I'm in Celsius and that's Fahrenheit. So I just have to do the conversion of that. So just basically gonna like pound that and sort of break down all the fibers and everything like that. And then I'm gonna let it cover it, and I'm gonna leave it in a dark, quiet corner for 6 to 7 days because obviously it doesn't like being disturbed. So I'm gonna put it in a quiet corner somewhere in my house and just let it hang out for 6 to 7 days while it starts to go through the fermenting process. So I'll give you the DL on how this all pans out. So I've got a lot more cabbage to go, but it's because I had to change the blade so it actually takes longer, which was kind of my mistake in the first place. But, you know, the one that actually does shredding instead of grinding it down, like you would normally see in sauerkraut, right? So that it's all kind of like shredded pieces. I don't know if you guys can see that, shredded pieces instead. Just like you would normally see. So that's going to take a little bit longer. And actually, my food processor is probably one of my favorite things that I use in the kitchen. Like for this blade, and there's like a slicing blade, like it comes with all kinds of blade, and this is just like the KitchenAid brand one, which is really, I quite like it. And on food prep day, I'm not kidding, it's like cucumbers and carrots and like zucchini, I mean, you name it, and it's like, it's going in here because it's like, it's so quick. And if you know something about me, it's like, I don't, I want the my food prep days to just like be quick and over with, because usually I want to like get outside, go kayaking, like, do something else, right? So usually I want those days to go pretty quick. So in the way of like, I don't sit here chopping forever. I'm all about using a food processor, using a blender when I can, anything to sort of like make it quick and easy process. I'm also one of those like cook once, eat twice. So I really like to be able to, when I'm making my quinoa, and, I'll make it for something for dinner with quinoa, but I'll make enough so that I can make like salads for the week, which I'll show you tomorrow. I have some cool new stuff that I bought that I'm going to show you guys for tomorrow for my food prep Sunday. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. So that's my thing with the food processor that I just totally love. Bang and, get that done. Carrots, everything. And same with, quinoas, your rices, like anything that you might have for dinner, so it's not like, I don't often do like huge trays of lasagna because I don't want to be eating like something like that for like days and days. That's more of like a specialty, like I went out, we had lasagna, or I went to a friend's house and we had lasagna kind of thing, but I don't want to eat that like repeatedly throughout the week. So I don't like make massive trays of, because there's so much cheese, so much pasta. So I kind of try and like, I'll throw in like all my peppers and veggies, and then I'll make like a big bowl kind of like this, and then I'll just put it into like an airtight container, one of your storage containers, whether you use like Ziploc or glass or whatever you use that works best for you. That's what I put into, and then store it in the fridge, and that way if I'm making a salad, you can take like a handful or a scoop or whatever you want to use and just mix that into your salad. If you're making like fajitas, if you're having a taco night, I mean, you name it, right? It just makes it so simple. So okay, the other thing that I am doing right now is, let me show you these. These are really cool. We got these new cutting boards as a wedding gift. It's never too late to give wedding gifts, by the way. And these sets, they're really, really great. Really cool. I like these. You get 4 of them, and they've got like a little picture of a meat handle or something like that on the top. And then the next one's like got a soup. I don't know, soup. And and the other one's got a picture of a veggie on it, and the other one's got a picture of a fish on it, right? So that you never get confused about which one used for meat and poultry. But anyway, I really like them. And like, we're big on using like bamboo and wood cutting boards and stuff like that, but like, A, they're gonna probably have like a coating on it, which is probably not great, and B, wood actually like retains the bacteria, whereas like these coated, I'm sure there's some sort of plastic, catch-22, not great for the environment, right? So these ones actually don't retain any of the bacteria. So I don't know, my wooden ones keep breaking down because we use them and then wash them so often. So we opted for something new, and these seem really cool. So liking those. Yeah, so I'm going to do my apples in my food dehydrator. So excited about that. And like I said, I actually need to get more levels for my food dehydrator because I only have 4, and I'm realizing now that like that really, like, it seems when you look at it like it's going to make a lot, but it's not seeming to actually make a lot. So like these are the trays here. If you watched my previous kind of thing that I did my bananas, which was fun. They were really good, and they lasted like not even 5 minutes once they were done. Paul and I ate like all of them. Anyway, banana chips are good. And so now I'm going to do these apple slices. And I'm sure there's a way that you're supposed to slice them like the perfect thickness. And I don't think that I've necessarily done that accordingly. But anyways, so basically you're going to get like just fill the tray with them. And I could do half slices, I think, like half circles maybe around here just to kind of fill it up, which I'll probably do. And then I've got like some cinnamon here. And I'm going to do some that are just... And I'm just going to leave the skin on because I have organic apples, and like I'm okay with that. The thing that you just have to kind of be careful with is if you don't, keep in mind they often put like a coating of wax onto your apples and try and make them shiny. And then some of the places, if they're non-organic, well, you'll see like spray them with certain things to try and make them have a gloss shine on them as well. So just be careful because obviously you don't really want to eat that. And then also usually you can see it, you know, when you try and wash your apples and stuff like that, you can see that wax film that, you know, doesn't really ever come off. Probably don't want that in your body. So just, you know, certain foods are just really good to eat organic and aren't that much more expensive. So, you know, it's always worth looking. So I'm just going to separate the trays so it doesn't go on like every single tray. And just add like a little bit of cinnamon sprinkles on here. Kind of excited to see how these ones turn out. So I'll do some with, these would be really good, obviously, for Christmas, right? With the cinnamon, apple cinnamon, everybody likes that over Christmas, right? Just, you know, good ideas to practice ahead of the game, right? Before I, you know, go like branding my apple slices. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, so a couple more slices on here. And we'll be good to go. I think that's about all that's gonna fit. So, again, I will actually be able to show you these if I do my food prep later tomorrow. I'll be able to show you these when I'm doing my weekly food prep. These are just kind of like fun little things that I'm doing here, but I'll be able to show you, because they usually take about like 24 hours kind of thing. So hopefully I'll be able to show you these tomorrow. If not, I'm sure I'll pop on the next day and show you if I've eaten them all. Okay, post below if you guys have any questions. You know, regarding any of this or any of the food prep that I have coming up. And I'm excited to hear from you guys. And I'm always excited to answer questions. So I will talk to you guys soon and have an awesome weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.